What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Konekt The Dotz podcast. I am your host, Konekt,
And I'm your co-host, Master Leos.
and we are here to speak with you today about history, conspiracy, community, and unity. Let's get it going. All right. Today, the broadcast is happening because a significant event took place that I felt in my heart we should definitely have a discussion about it and get the discussion out there as quick as possible. Not on no like real life emergency shit, just hey, and this is on my heart, and I brought it to Leos's attention, and I just feel like it's something that should be talked about. I personally feel like the war in Iran, right? Even though there are no troops on the ground, it's not Navy to Navy battles or anything like that. Is a much more significant situation than the American public is being led to believe by our president, or by the president. Most people would say he ain't my president. That's what a lot of my people would say. But Leo's based on a kind of like, and I'm gonna go into it. I always like to try to get
your president, bro. Like people, man.
Right,
people
right.
Always be, like you cannot fuck with the dude, but you're here in America. You're not going to leave.
Yeah,
you ain't going to leave. The dude's your president. Like you have freedom of speech to say, fuck him.
Yo, our people's sister left. She went to Mexico. She heard her husband and her family went to Mexico. She was like, that is not my president. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But because you got the balls to actually do something about it for you and your family. But all you was not my blah, 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 blah. Come on, man.
Her presence was different. I
don't fuck with Trump, but I hate it, but that's my president, bro. Like, motherfuckers.
Yeah. But based on what we understand kind of about the Iraq war, we woke up one day and saw that, hey, we are now at war. And we are being led to believe that it's going to be quick, it's going to be short, it's going to be sweet. We're going to get in there, we're going to bang them up, we're going to get up out of there. And I personally, based on the facts that I'm looking at, I don't see how that happens. And also based on what is happening within the administration, I really do not see that happening. So, y'all, we're not like deep into politics, but we do try to pay attention. We do try to like keep our eyes and ears open and pay attention to what's actually happening within our government. Like Leos just said, we are citizens. And it's not only our right to pay attention, but it's kind of our duty. It's our responsibility to pay attention. Because if we don't, they're going to just jack us around like what's happening right now. They're literally just they're jacking you. They're jacking us around like it's nothing. The character I'd like to bring our attention to today name is Joseph Clay Kent, okay? Joseph Clay Kent was born April 11th, 1980, an Oregon native and Norwich University graduate and strategic defense analyst. Military career from 2000 to 2018, Kent served 20 years in the U.S. Army, including 11 combat deployments in Iraq, Fallujah, Mosul, Baghdad, Ramadi, Yemen, and other hotspots.
Fallujah, what the hell? He's in Star Wars?
Yeah, no bullshit. He was the 75th Ranger Regiment Army Special Forces, goodness gracious, and Special Operations Command, earning 6 Bronze Stars and rising to Chief Warrant Officer, CIA in early post-military 2018 to 2021. After honorable discharge, Kent joined CIA Special Activities Center as the Paramilitary Operations Officer from 2018 to 2019, resigning to care for his sons following his wife Shannon Kent's death in Syria. God 2019. Damn. Yes.
He resigned to be a stay-at-home dad.
He resigned to be a stay-at-home dad after he lost his wife in Syria, unfortunately. He served on the Global War on Terror Memorial Foundation Board. Kent ran as a Republican for Congress in Washington's 3rd District, losing to Marie Gluesenkamp Perez. In 2022 and 2024, he campaigned on America First anti-interventionism. Okay, so he's anti-intervention. So do you understand what that means?
Intervention is that foreign intervention?
He's anti America First anti-interventionism.
Is that like foreign intervention?
Right.
And like in terms of us intervening on their shit?
Exactly. He feels we should not continue to
focus
keep
on ourselves, right?
Intervening. Yeah, he feels like we should not keep intervening. We should put ourselves first. Let's get everything together here because we got a lot of things we got to work through. Trump administration roles, 2025 to 2026, 1 year. Kent advised ODNI, then acted as chief of staff to DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, February to July 2025. Trump nominated him NCTC director on February 3rd, 2025. Senate confirmed 52 to 44 on July 30th. He led U.S. counterterrorism efforts until resigning March 17th, 2026 over the Iran war, citing no imminent threat and Israel lobby pressure. So a Green Beret resigned. And guys, when you hear the words America First, you have to see Trump's face because that was a MAGA thing. That was make America great again, put America first. That was a MAGA thing. I'm not saying that is not a good thing to put America first. That's not what I'm saying at all. I actually believe that's a good thing. But that did start with the whole MAGA base, America first, America first, America first. And so he was MAGA, essentially. He was MAGA. He was somebody that backed Trump fully. He's never taken any money from AIPAC. No credible record so that Joe can't have received any money from AIPAC. His salary was around $200 something a year. It was nothing crazy. And it was like $221,400 a year. That's how much he makes.
That's not crazy.
That's nothing crazy at all. Especially
unless that's just what it was on paper.
I mean, true. I mean, that's true. That's true. But a lot of people know Pelosi is a million. Like we all know that Barack Obama came in what his worth was, and then what his worth was when he left. You see what I'm saying? Now, granted, we're not talking about his worth. We talk about his salary. You feel me? I don't know his worth. He may have outside endeavors. He seems like a really well put together guy. But I just want to make something very clear. There has never been a ranking official as high as Joe Kent to resign due to a disagreement with America going to war. What has just happened, what just happened yesterday, is completely unprecedented. It's never happened. Joe Kent's resignation as director of the National Counterterrorism Center is unprecedented in American history as the highest ranking government official to resign mid-war, specifically over opposition to the war itself. Why would a person that believes in Trump, even after he resigned, even in his tweets, he was still bigging Trump up? So why? I just want to understand if the person is a Trumper, essentially, you feel me? And I have nothing against Kent, y'all. He actually looks like Clark Kent. He got Clark Kent's fucking jawline. Did you see his picture?
Yeah, I'm looking at this dude.
This nigga looks like Clark Kent. He looks like Clark Kent. I swear to God. I have nothing against this guy. He really seems on paper like a stand-up guy. That's all I can say. We know nothing truly about him.
You said he was counterterrorism?
Yes. Head of counterterrorism. So for him to feel so deeply tied to Trump and have such a strong tie with with bringing Trump into office, and Trump and resigning. All the while, Trump is saying the war is not that big a deal. We're about to end it. We punished them. They done. We beat on them fools. They not coming back from this. We good. That's what he's saying. So I'm telling you, do you follow this at all? Like, do you have like shorts popping up at all, talking about the war? People talking about it at all?
Nah. No,
So
not. I mean, yes, I do. But it's
probably not nothing crazy though.
it's a bunch of nah. It's always people pretty much talking about the Jews.
Okay, right. So we
All
not
my
here.
stuff goes, yeah, all my stuff goes straight to that.
Yeah, so yeah, no, we not trying to do that. We here to
Yeah,
talk facts.
yeah.
And wherever the facts take us, the facts take us. You feel me? Where the facts take us, the facts take us. We're not here to kind of lean one way or the other. We're here to lean on the truth. We're here to lean on the facts. And like Trump saying one thing, and then one of his top officials doing, not just saying something, doing, committing to action, resignation effective immediately. He didn't resign and say, okay, guys, I'm packing up my office and, here's a new guy coming in. His resignation was effective immediately. They're all different. Now let's just throw a little bit of speculation out there, and this is just the facts, you all. I'm talking about news channels. I'm talking real live fear that Israel will drop a nuclear bomb on Iran. That is a real fear. They're talking about it they're talking about it everywhere. Just if you look it up, is there a fear that Israel would drop a bomb on Iran? And maybe you won't like the people that are talking about it. I'm not here to judge them. I'm not here to judge you. But I do know that there are people directly supporting Trump that said that they fear Israel will drop an atomic bomb on Iran. This man resigned effective immediately. Unprecedented. You have to see, we can sit there and act like we're not seeing what's happening right in front of our face. We can. But we won't. Some of you will, but we won't. What do you all think is going on? This is an end. We're not ending this right here, but we want to know what you all think is going on. Why do you all think we actually started bombing Iran? Leos, I know this is not a topic you are super duper into, but like, what do you think in terms of like, if you had to guess, with this man resigning effective immediately, Trump saying the opposite, of what is actually taking place, I want to remind you of the Hormuz Strait, the place where 20% of the world's oil goes to. All of NATO said they will not come help. They will not get involved. I think France was the only one that said, hey, we'll come help when everything calms down. We'll come help. That's exactly what they said. But all the member states and countries said no. They are not coming to help Trump patrol the Hormuz Strait. And Trump had the nerve to say, oh, we've been there to help them all this time, and they should have been there to help us. And He even goes on to say we shouldn't even be there. We don't even need the oil. We shouldn't even be there, but we're helping out a friend. I'm talking, man, yeah. We're in some deep waters, people.
I believe the dude found out, damn, we're terrorizing motherfuckers right now.
Mm-hmm.
And say and rolled out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure he's saying it for a long time.
No, but why do you think we're bombing? Why do you think we bombed Iran in the first place? Why do you think why do you believe we started this war with Iran? Do you believe it was truly because we thought they was building nukes? What do you think?
No, I mean, to be honest, I don't think shit. Like, personally, you know what I'm saying? all I can do is
If you had to take a guess, bro.
all I can do is base my opinions off of what I've seen and been told with my own two eyes and my morals.
And what is your opinion? What is your opinion? Why do you think they possibly bombed Iran?
I mean, the weapons, no, of course not. Of course, it seems like something else is afoot. It seems like they're doing all this for the same reason they've been doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not us doing it. It's not us.
When you say it's not us, what do you mean?
I mean, a lot of people are saying that the Jews are doing it.
Israel.
A lot of people are saying that Israel is making us do it.
Bibi specifically.
It to me, it seems like the same thing that's happened time and time again, or it's the same thing that happened years ago, except there were different white people doing it. You know, it was the British.
This is what's crazy to me. So what?
Is Iran looking like the Ottoman Empire right now? Kind of.
You think Iran is looking like the Ottoman Empire right now? Like they're about to fall or what?
I mean, that's what they're trying to do to them. Like they just somebody's trying to expand. Is it us trying to expand? Like is it?
It's definitely not Iran. It's definitely not Iran trying to expand.
Exactly.
Sure.
Iran is getting attacked.
Yeah, Iran is definitely not the one trying to expand.
We are literally attacking these people, and then telling people it's because they have the potential to terrorize the world. Like the world, like what? Is that what's gonna happen? Like,
no, we're saying we don't want them to be able to attack us, so we're just gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, why would they attack us?
That's what it is. Exactly. Because and when you have Israel, who is expanding constantly snatching territory, constantly. They even said recently Israel is one state. Islam has 42 or something like that. It was like in the 30s or 40s. It might have been in the 30s. And he was like, we only have one small little state. They have so many states. We're the little guys here. They're bullying us. That's what he was really trying to. That's what he was saying. But he was really trying to say like, yo, like we have the right to expand. Y'all have way more territory than us. We have the right to expand. The Jewish people have the right to more territory. Israel has the right to more territory. So, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm hearing, and a lot of people I'm not even gonna name the people that, you know what I'm saying, that I've heard this from, but I have heard this, and the people that I've heard it from were all completely logical people. They were all completely fucking logical. They were scientists, professors, news people. They got their spotlight for talking about common sense shit when people were just sounding crazy. And they knew when to admit that they had failed for propaganda. They knew when to admit that they believed something that was wrong. Of course, a lot of them are Trumpers, but all of them have admitted that, you know, that like fuck Trump types. Well, not all of them. Some of them still are like, and we still believe Trump can do it, but I don't know why the fuck they're on that shit. But they completely disagree with the way things are going right now. And they are saying, first of all, I'm gonna say what I believe. I believe we bombed Iran because Bibi said that I think Bibi either threatened. I think the reason why even them Epstein files was even able to be released was because of Israel, was because of Bibi. I believe the reason we started dropping bombs on Iran is because Bibi either said, I'm going to push these Epstein files out there, and we've already saved ourselves from Epstein. There's very few ties from Epstein to us. You will drown in a sea of blood when your country like holds a revolution. If we release photos, video, like you will drown in a sea of blood. So who would you rather drown in a sea of blood? You or Iran, because somebody we
You think they blackmailing us? That's crazy.
yeah, he's like, either way, somebody's getting blood. I'm getting blood from somebody. So either you're gonna drown in blood, and then I'm just gonna drop a bomb on Iran. I'm gonna drop a big ass bomb that will like completely wipe them off the face of the planet. And then y'all will sit there and you all will be a non-factor for the next 10, 20 years. Or uh or you join me and we start killing these motherfuckers over there. We start bombing Iran. You save yourself and whoever else. You save your face. You save the bloodshed, and um and we bomb Iran. You see what I'm saying? Now that's why I believe we bombed Iran in terms of America joining forces with Israel and bombing Iran. Now, higher than that, the reason Israel wants to bomb Iran so badly, because there is no other thing that makes sense as to like why they just hate Iran so much. These people are saying, once again, I don't give a fuck what nobody else believes. I believe they're completely coherent people. I do not believe they're nutty or off their rocker, or I don't believe any of that. I don't. I just don't. I would, if it's proven to me, then okay, then I'll be wrong. But until that is proven to me, by all accounts, based on the facts that I've seen, these people are very sound thinking people with common sense. And they're saying this truly. And when I say a spiritual battle, I'm not talking about, oh, it's spiritual. You're going to get worn down and you're going to feel spiritually drained. No, I mean death and destruction spiritual. Like revelation spiritual type shit. Like end times trying to bring about, dog, on some alchemy type shit, on some fucking Full Metal Alchemist type shit. Like they are trying to do a huge blood sacrifice. I've seen the people that are saying this, I've never seen them talk like this before. None of them are in cahoots. They all, of course, like talk to each other. And who knows? You know what? I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on because I could be wrong about this as well. But by all the evidence that is in front of me, these people have common sense. They know when to see something and say something. They know when something could ruin their credibility. They know when something can ruin, their stature and that they've earned, that they've built up. What's the point in ruining that? What's the point in getting people to think you're a kook? And when you've done so much to get what you've gotten, it just doesn't make sense to me. Uh, it's just like motherfuckers saying being gay is a choice, when it's like, so they're dying and you're whooping their ass and they're being disowned from their families and all this extra shit, and you're still gonna say that it's a choice. So you think they want to get disowned by their
Motherfuckers
pops,
choosing to get oppressed. It's crazy.
choosing to get oppressed? It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They're choosing to get oppressed just because they can't. They love dick that much. It's worth being oppressed. They can't just get some pussy. That don't make sense. It just is wild to me, bruh. That just is wild to me that they really believe that. Um, and I just feel like I'm not saying some people can't choose. I'm not saying some people can't, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, something happened to them when they was young and then it, rewired a little something in them. I'm not saying that don't happen, but that's not every case. They believe that's every single case. Every single person that is gay was touched or had an experience that happened to them that turned them gay. Every single gay person. And I'm like, bro, like, y'all, whatever. I'm not about to go down that road. But uh it's baffling to me, man. It's like the audacity. It's wild. So yeah, I believe I'm not gonna say I believe exactly what they're saying, but they believe it is definitely some apocalyptic revelation. Like this shit is going down. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way back. They keep talking about Trump having an off ramp. You killed the spiritual leader, and and now actively trying to kill the other one. But then you think you should be able to just back out and be like, oh, okay, no, we're good. Thank you, we won. And then that's it. That's that. The world is never going to look at America the same after this. The world is never going to trust America again. Even if we get a good president, we only got that good president for 8 years. The world will never look at America as a reliable source of stability ever again, because we don't have our people are only in power for 8 years. That's it. Somebody can come into power and just completely start shaking shit up, just like Trump is doing right now. Biden did it. People do it all the time. We went to war under Bush and murdered 1 million Iraqis. Come on. The world is not going to trust us. The world is not going to trust us, rely on us for security or stability ever again from this day forward. It is too risky. It is too risky. When they know we can just, if we don't like you, if you don't want to play ball, we'll come snatch up your president. We'll come murder your supreme leader. And then we will boast about it on the news, how we are demolishing you and we just love the taste of your blood. Like that to me is crazy. That to me is crazy. And it signifies how significant the situation is. And if you don't want to believe the situation is significant, and the National Counterterrorism head, defense head, the head of that department, I'm just going to read it. Okay, the U.S. Counterterrorism efforts. Okay, so but he was like, I want to know what his exact position was. Hold on. NCTC director. So he was the director. Senate confirmed. He led U.S. counterterrorism efforts, resigning March 17th, 2026. So he was the director of counterterrorism, of national counterterrorism. The direct. Wait. Yeah, he nominated him director. Yeah. Nominated him director. So if the director of the National Counterterrorism Defense Agency resigning effective immediately, and you look into him and you see he is a Trumper, he loved Trump, he loves Trump, he completely believes in Trump, and he resigned. Trump nominated him for that fucking position. The man he looks up to, the man he feels like is about to save America, nominated him for that position, and he resigned effective immediately. If that don't send up a red flag, everybody, what? Y'all are not gonna, you know what? I really feel like America is not gonna wake up until something directly affects them. Something is gonna directly have to affect us. A bomb is going to have to drop over here. Somebody's gonna have to attack something. But it's gonna have to be like a constant. So whatever happens, it's gonna have to be something big for Americans to really feel like they're gonna, to come together or understand like, hey, we are in a really serious situation. We are in a very serious situation with this war in Iran, and there is no way to not put ground troops on the ground. We cannot just leave. If we just leave, we literally have just given up power for like probably the next 100 years. We have just given up power for the next 100 years. China and Russia are going to take that shit. China and Russia are going to seize it, and that's going to be it. It's going to be America and Israel against the world, and it's going to be that will lead eventually to some type of conflict. But major conflict if one doesn't kick off right now, because I believe a major conflict is going to kick off very soon. I know we don't got to the end of Trump's presidency before something major goes down. Something extremely major is going to go down. I think within the next, what are we at? We in March. By next March, something within the next year, by next March, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. And it's easy to call because shit been going down since the year started. We woke up one day in January, we snatched the president. We woke up one day in March, we bombing the country and killing a supreme leader.
All right. So I looked at what AI thinks the possible scenarios are.
Mm.
They broke it down into four scenarios.
Okay, what does it say?
Scenario number one: limited conflict. Limited conflict, best case. Airstrikes and retaliation continue for weeks or months. Neither side commits to full-scale war. Back channel diplomacy kicks in. Ceasefire, de-escalation. Both sides claim victory. All right. Scenario two: regional war. Iran activates its regional allies. Fighting spreads to Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, possibly the Gulf states. Long, unstable conflict, constant attacks across the region. Scenario number three: full U.S. and Iran war. All right. Massive air and naval war, strikes on infrastructure, military bases, potential U.S. ground involvement. This is what people have been talking about. High casualties, major destruction, long term occupation risk. Now, as this is less likely, the last one is very plausible, and then the first one is most likely. Now, the fourth one, which is low probability, is global escalation. Other powers get involved indirectly or directly. Russia, China, cyber attacks, economic warfare, global oil shock. Outcome: worldwide instability, severe economic disruption, risk of a broader war.
Now, I just want to ask a question? How can AI say that that is less likely? First of all, number three is the most likely, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. We killed Iran's supreme leader, right?
I mean, we already like right there.
Right, exactly. But guess what? The supreme leader of Iran was not just a normal political leader. In Iran's system, the supreme leader is the single most powerful person in the country, more power than a president. So, to understand what the role meant to Iran, it helps to understand how the government is structured. The supreme leader is essentially the ultimate authority over the Iranian state. The position was created after the 1979 Islamic Revolution that replaced the monarchy with an Islamic republic. The role combines religious authority, that's the part that's important, and political power. In practical terms, the supreme leader functioned as the real head of state. Even though Iran has a president, the supreme leader sets the overall direction of the country and supervises the government. So the supreme leader influences the overall direction of the country and supervises the government. He's over all of that. The president and parliament operate under the authority of the supreme leader. The supreme leader controls the Iranian armed forces, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, national security policy. He appoints the top military commanders. That means war decisions and major security strategies ultimately flow through that office. The person who appoints key government positions, supreme leader. Boom. The highest religious authority in the state. Because Iran is a theocratic republic, the supreme leader is also a senior Islamic cleric. The system is based on the doctrine of Vi'tifaq. Faqih. I'm sorry, I butchered that. You all, please understand. That is a different language. Guardianship of the Islamic jurist, which says religious scholar should guide the state. The two supreme leaders Iran had before the current one, Khomeini held was there was only two prior to this one, so he's the third one. Khomeini held the position for over 35 years, shaping Iran's domestic and foreign policy during the entire period. So I just want to like people to understand that like this man was above everything because they attached religion and spirituality to that position. So us murdering him isn't just murdering a head of a country. We killed the person that was right under God to them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like that is probably Allah and then the supreme leader. And they gotta go through the supreme leader for all of their earthly shit. And we murdered that person.
Damn.
So ground troops,
See, but how much of them don't like him
it's a
though?
decent amount of them that don't like him. But now that we're Nikki, the fucked up part is yes, a lot of people did not like him because he was very extreme. His son, I heard, is even more extreme than him. And he's the new supreme leader. And I heard his son is even more extreme than him. But now the Iranians are turning on. They're like, well, y'all are bombing us. They didn't blow up a school full of fucking children.
Right.
They might have been killing protesters and shit, but they didn't. Like, y'all are there. Over 1,000 Iranians have died since we started bombing them. Israel and the U.S. are bombing the shit out of them. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And all the while they're telling us this is for the Iranians. This is for the Iranians. Rise up, rise up.
Yeah.
That is some though. Yo, if I was an Iranian or if I was anybody living in the Middle East and a foreign country was bombing me while killing my cousins over in Gaza and also killing my cousins here and my family here while telling me that they're the good guys and that they're here for me, any one of us would turn into a terrorist. Any one of us would turn into a quote unquote terrorist. Because guess what? To me, I'm not a terrorist. I'm a freedom fighter. You have to die. To me, I'm not a terrorist. I'm a freedom fighter. Look at what you're doing to us. And then you're misleading your people into thinking the way about me. What am I supposed to do about that? It just don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And once again, it keeps taking me back to this man's resignation. It just keeps going back there. Like, yo, this man resigned effective immediately. This is a Trumper. This is bad. This is bad. His position was, he held way too high of a position to resign and make it effective immediately in times of war. Unheard of. Unheard of. So I just think, this is a crazy situation. This is a crazy situation that we're in. And as Americans, we have to pay much closer to attention to the damage that the American empire is doing to the world and scoffing at it. Scoffing like it is nothing. Like it's scoffing at it. It is we're in deep waters. We are in deep waters. We are in deep waters for sure. Just keep, we just got to stay vigilant. Stay vigilant, stay vigilant, stay vigilant. Manifest good things for ourselves, manifest good things for the world because it is getting darker and darker out here, people. And if you don't got no light, it's going to be real hard to see. You'll be walking around blind. And I'm sorry to tell you, the Lord of sheep turned his back on the blind sheep. The little blind sheep that was born and couldn't see, they were lost. They got forsaken for a long time. I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but you will. We will cover the Lord of Sheep vision in the book of Enoch. And maybe you should read it for yourself. I think it's called The Animal Apocalypse, which is wild. It's called The Animal Apocalypse. And if you read that, you understand, the times we're going through right now looks like that. It looks just like that vision. Yeah, I definitely recommend you all read The Animal Apocalypse. Read the book of Enoch in general, but definitely read The Animal Apocalypse. Every single verse in it from beginning to end, and then look at the world you're living in today, and let's see what you come up with. Let's see what you think. But any final words about the degradation of American government, Master Leos? Solutions. Solutions are very important. We have to come up with solutions. And we're going to sit here and talk about it, of course, with you all, but I don't want to fear even crazy solutions, shit that maybe like seem outlandish. Look at how outlandish your reality is. And if I say something about a solution that may sound outlandish, instead of just writing me off, not you, Master Leos, talking to the audience, but instead of just writing us off, if you think we sound crazy, how about you just contribute? Come up with a solution. I think the solution is taking power definitely back into our own hands. And the only way to do that is to take care of our own roads, upkeep our own buildings and homes and neighborhoods and towns and cities, upkeep our own hospitals, uh, administer like make sure our practitioners are practiced and trained and administer our own health advices and medicines and everything like that. We need to do it ourselves, grow our own food. I'm not talking about as individuals. We can designate fucking, I don't know, 340 million people. How many farmers you need? If you have 340 million people, I don't know how many acres that could fit, but designate like, like 10 million farmers and give them acres and acres and acres, 15, 20 million farmers. And you just give them millions of acres to just grow good food. And granted, we're not even including the people that's working for the farmers. That's a decent amount of the population. That is a decent amount of the population, and that's what we should need. Out of 340 million people, 20 million, between 20 and 40 million should be farmers automatically. There should be another 40 million that are probably like doctors, and we should have large swaths of population taking care of the population. All of us. It should only be, you should only have a few million floaters. Out of 300 million, you should only have like, all right, you got maybe like 10 million floaters. 10 million between 25 and 50 million floaters, where they're kind of floating around farm to farm. They're helping with the hunts, they're helping with the medicine, they're helping with the education, they're helping with the, the contract work, the improvement. They're keeping the roads up because, you should only have about 50 million floaters. Maybe. I think that's a lot. You should probably have less than that. You should probably only like 20 mil floaters. People that just like, there should always be something to do to upkeep the society, to create something to trade, to produce something to sell, to upkeep the society, to contribute to the society. We have such a problem finding the best way to contribute to society, because they take away all of the opportunity to do that. There is no real opportunity to contribute to society, not as a retail worker. I'm folding clothes in a store. What am I doing? Working my way through college to do what? My dream is to be a football player. How does that contribute to society? It's entertainment. Okay, actually, we accept that. We need entertainers for sure. But they took all of the ties to the land have been snatched. So I believe that is the way. I believe that's the solution. Put the responsibility of the upkeep of our society back in the hands of people. Put the responsibility of the upkeep of society back in the hands of people. Stop trying to industrialize everything, and incorporate everything. It's unnecessary. So yeah, so that's what I feel. I feel like we need solutions. We need crazy solutions, and we can't be stuck in a. We can't be We can't be dogged in our or rigid in our ability to transform, not conform, in our ability to adapt. So I believe that's very, very important. So yeah. Thank y'all so much. If you're still here listening, we really appreciate you. We hope that we are able to inspire you to maybe get active, even if it's just getting active by commenting down below, even if it's getting active by just liking and subscribing to us and engaging with us, connecting with us. To us, that's getting active. We would appreciate it. So thank you so much. I am your host, Konekt, and we up out of here. Deuces, deuces, for the third time, deuces.